Hello everybody. In this video, I'm going to give an update on my portfolio and show you all of my positions. Let's get started. So right now my portfolio is worth $238,548.27. In the past year, I am up $37,844.36. Year to date, I am down $39,933.04. Today was a red day for me. During the day, I lost $3,906, so lost almost $4,000 today. And then overnight hours, I'm up $639. But overall, still a red day. Let's go over my positions. For my options, I'm selling Amazon $260 covered calls. These expire July 31st. My return, $2,480. Right now, Amazon is at $231.39. My average cost, $259.30. I have 500 shares. My return, I am down $13,960. I'm selling Delta Airlines $75 covered calls. These expire July 31st. My return, $1,860. Delta Airlines is at $88.99. My average cost, $92.33. I have 500 shares. My return, I am down $1,670. I am selling Google $360 covered calls. These expire July 31st. My return, $4,560. Google is at $333.69. My average cost, $380. I have 400 shares. My return, I am down $18,524. I am selling Robinhood $115 covered calls. These expire July 31st. My return, $6,520. Robinhood is at $93.07. My average cost, $114.30. I have 2,000 shares. My return, I am down $42,461.44. I'm selling SoFi $20 covered calls. These expire July 31st. My return, $4,480. SoFi is at $16.72. My average cost, $9.59. I have 8,000 shares. My return, $57,054.52. My buying power is $363,397.76. This is a margin account. My margin buffer is 36.48%. My margin buffer indicates how close I am to a margin call. The higher my buffer percentage, the lower my risk of getting a margin call. At 36% margin buffer, I think I'm okay for now. As for how much margin I'm using $366,201.73 of margin. My annual interest rate is 4.50%. The daily interest that I am paying is $45.65, and I'm using $1,000 of margin interest free. So, not much to update on here. I'm just kind of waiting for these to expire 3 days from now. Right now it's the July 28th, and these all expire on the 31st. So 3 days from now, we'll see how it goes. But for right now, a lot of these, the stock price is below the strike prices that I chose. For example, Amazon, I chose a strike price of $260. Right now it's at $231. So most likely these are going to expire and I'm just going to collect the premium. So let's see, 2,480 so far, and there's $370 of market value left. So I guess around 2,000, let's say around $3,000 for selling these covered calls from Amazon. And because it's gonna expire with the share price below $260, that means I get to keep my shares of Amazon, which I don't mind doing. Amazon is, a company I'm comfortable holding long term anyway, so it's not a big deal. Delta Airlines, this one, unlike the other positions, the share price is above the strike price. So I chose a strike price of $75. Right now, Delta Airlines is at $89. So because of that, assuming that it stays above $75 per share at expiration, I'm going to get my shares of Delta Airlines called away, which I'm totally fine with. I still make a profit overall. If we go here, actually, you can just do the math on what my return is on my shares versus what my return is on my options. So for example, for my shares, I have 500 shares. My total return on my shares is I'm down $1,670. However, total return on my options, $1,860. So $1,860 minus 1,670. I'm up about $190 right now. So we'll see what happens at expiration, but I'm going to make a couple $100 profit overall from selling my covered calls and then getting my Delta shares getting called away. But we'll see. Google, the share price is below the strike price. It used to not be, but now it is. I chose a strike price of $360. Right now it's at $333. And again, it used to not be. It used to be above $360, but it's gone down recently. Yeah, it used to be like $400, $372, $366, right? So it's been above $360 for most of the last 3 months, but recently it's gone down to $333. So, but I don't mind holding on to my Google shares, assuming that Google stays below $360 per share at expiration. I'm going to end up keeping my shares of Google and just collecting the premium for selling these covered calls. How much money am I getting for selling these covered calls? So as you can see, my total return from selling these covered calls, $4,560. And there's $60 left to go. So $4,620 for selling these covered calls. Robinhood, this also is probably going to stay below $115 per share at expiration, which means I'm going to keep my shares of Robinhood, which I don't mind doing. How much money did I get for selling these covered calls? $6,520, and there's $580 left to go, so more than $7,000 that I'm going to get for selling these covered calls. And I keep my shares of Robinhood, which, again, I have no problem with. SoFi, most likely it's going to stay below $20 per share at expiration. $4,480, and there's $640 left to go, so more than $5,000 for selling these SoFi covered calls. So as you can see, I'm gaining a lot of money. I'm getting thousands of dollars for selling the covered calls, and I just keep my shares. It's like basically, assuming that I wanted to keep these shares anyways over the long term, it's just basically getting extra money, thousands of dollars of extra money just for selling covered calls against them. Now, if they skyrocketed, right, if the share price went so high, then perhaps I might have ended up losing out on money, but in this case, most of my positions, I'm going to end up with the share price below the strike price, so I basically just got thousands of dollars of extra money for selling these covered calls. Of course, there's pros and cons to doing covered calls, but I understand the pros and cons of doing covered calls going into it, so I'm willing to accept the bad with the good, and this time it worked out pretty well. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this portfolio update. I'm around 240K right now in my portfolio, which is totally fine with me. At least because I crashed hard a couple months ago, but I've recovered since then. Like 3 months ago, I was like a 171, but now that I'm at 240 right now, I'm totally okay with that. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this portfolio update. If you guys like this type of content, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll keep on making more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.